Hello there and welcome to the QNB Stars League review show, all in English here on Alcast, as we look back at all of the weekend's matches. Just 5 matches this weekend because of Al Saad's involvement in the AFC Champions League, which meant there was an opportunity for one of the other sides to make it to the dizzy heights of the top 4. Plenty to come over the next 55 minutes as our resident analysts, Nick Summerby and Chris Makin, share with us their expert opinion as they look back at all the matches and share with us all the tricks of the trade and their wonderful knowledge. All of that is to come. First, let's remind you how they lined up for week 3. OK, on Friday the 13th of September, Al Khor Al Ahly was the first kick-off at 16:55. Salal faced Al Arabi then at 19:05. On Saturday, the 14th of September, 2 further matches. Al Shahania have had a poor start to the season up against the promoted Al Wakra, who looked pretty strong. That kicked off 16:55. Then Qatar Sports Club faced Al Gharafa at 19:05. Then on Sunday, just the one game on the 15th of September, and it was a big one. Al Duhail, so dominant over seasons past, versus Al Rayyan, last won their league title in 2016. OK, let's get straight to the action. It was Al Khor versus Al Ahly. Both teams started very positively this season, and a win in this one would propel one of them into the top 4. Al Ahly had more of the ball in the first half, but it was Al Khor who took the lead through Amada's long-range goal from almost 35 yards. Then Majid Mohammed was fouled and referee Naif Al-Qadri pointed to the spot. Al Khor equalised through Al-Zar's penalty. Hernandez then scored from the spot, making it 2-1. Al Khor then replied through Hamoudan. In the 90th minute, Al Ahly won a controversial penalty decision by the ref. Al Ahly, Perez made sure from the spot. Al Ahly now 6 points with their second victory. Al Khor stood on 4 points, just the one victory. Well, what an interesting game. And 2 sides giving us very entertaining football. And nice to see Al Khor there, because in the seasons past, they've never really got off to good, strong starts. But it's different this time around, Chris Makin.
Well, hopefully. Never in 8 seasons since we've covered it have Al Khor ever got off to a good start. But you look at the scoreline, 3-2, you think, good game, entertaining game. But it's the headlines coming from that game that we're going to discuss, because it was all about the decision-making of the referees. The VAR came into play. And is that the first time we've ever had a letter of complaint?
Yes, a statement did go. We'll get to that in a minute. There was a statement that Al Khor presented to the league. But let me just hear from Nick first about what we're getting from these sides. Al Ahly have been sort of teetering around the halfway mark in the league for the last few seasons. Al Khor have been struggling. We saw a game with high tempo, lots of chances, great goals. You know, this was the directive from the CEO, Hani Balan, at the beginning of the season. They are delivering.
I think that's in the league as a whole, to be honest with you. But these two, it's difficult for Al Ahly the last season and possibly the start of the season, but they seem to have got a bit of luck now. And the key players that are coming to the side have started scoring goals as well. Al Khor, I don't have any problems at all with them going down there. I think they were unlucky on the night. This is how confident they are. Look at this for a strike. Doesn't get any better than that after 31 minutes. And they were unfortunate not to get anything out of the game, Al Khor. The decisions went against them in this game, as we'll see. I mean, this is your first decision there which is a VAR. Me and Chris disagree with that.
He's having an influence now, the captain, Elzar, and Abel Hernandez has started scoring goals. That's 3 goals for him now. So, I mean, don't forget, they finished 5th last year.
Yeah.
Al Ahly. It wasn't all doom and gloom last year, but it seems to, well, he's brought the new players in. At least they're having a bit of an impact on games now, aren't they?
That's a great response from Hamoudan. Another new signing who's making a difference.
Yeah, good finish as well. Very, very difficult from that angle. This is the talking point, which is rightly so. It's laughable, really. He fouls himself, but the referee he just looks straight away at the spot, doesn't look at the VAR, this is another one of the arguments around the world now. Are they going to the monitors? Aren't they going to the monitors? Are they making their own minds up? So it's all very much in the air. And the look on the manager there from Al Khor pretty much says everything, because they were robbed, really. You have to say that's some bad decisions, but Al Ahly, you know, the luck was shining on him.
Yeah, Al Khor then made a statement to the league, well, not asking, demanding that referee Naif Al Qadri was not put in charge of any further games that they take part in throughout the season.
Can you do that?
Well, I think it's in discussion. They have responded with their own side of things. I mean, I think it'll fester for a while, that one. I mean, I think they're still angry. The dust hasn't really settled yet, has it? I mean, you know, you're only talking about 3 days ago.
I've never heard of that before. Not a letter demanding action be taken.
I mean, what happens, for example, in the English Premier League, for example, I know that when a referee, when something controversial happens like that, they tend to take them out of service.
That's the assessor.
That's the assessor. Will take them. Yeah.
Yeah, but Chris has got a good view on this now. These decisions are getting made, and then there's nothing really coming from the referees. They carry on next games next week. It would be nice to hear from them to see what actually goes.
I think it's only a matter of time. I mean, who'd have thought years ago that chairman of football clubs get interviewed? Yeah. Now everyone's getting interviewed. I think the next step is for the referees. It's all there. I said to Nick the other night, the monitors are by the side of the pitch. Everyone's getting interviewed with the cameras by the side of the pitch. I think it's only a matter of time.
But there has to be something. If it's as bad as that, something's got to happen to the referees. Have you got to miss 2 or 3 games? That's very bad. That's not good.
Well, we've got enough referees.
Let's see the first one. Let's see the first VAR, because I don't know.
We watched this live.
Yeah, watch this live. You played the game. You know.
I can see by the direction of the ball, Rob.
Yeah.
It's come off his leg. Khalid has won the tackle, and he's actually won the tackle and played the ball onto the opponent's leg, and it rebounds off the opponent's leg. Now this isn't the best angle, really. It's a different angle than the one I'm talking about. I mean, the referee's having a look at this all day long.
What's happened there, right? What's happened there now? For me, I haven't played the game, so what I see, what's being drilled into my head as somebody who watches the game, is that the foot, right? The foot continues and then stamps on his foot. Now,
it's called momentum.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. So I totally agree with you. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here and say, right, okay, you've gone like that. Your foot's gone through. If that is the rule, then it's going to be a penalty or a foul every time.
What's the rule?
But really, I don't think you can tackle anymore. I don't think you can.
Well, that's a shame.
I don't think. Well, it is, but I don't think. He's not gone in there with a nasty tackle. He's won the ball.
It was a clean tackle.
It's a clean tackle, but his foot in the slow motion does follow through, clips his.
Yeah, but you have to see. Listen, they have different angles, and the other angle, what Chris is trying to say there.
You can see the ball come off his leg,
and it goes backwards.
That's not the best angle.
The other thing as well we have to look at, we have these wonderful televisions now with all these HD. You've got to realise the game is very quick, and these instant tackles, when you look at them slow down, anything looks bad. It doesn't. It's a tackle what's there to be won. It doesn't go in the direction where the attacker's going.
Yeah. Whereas if his foot had really gone through, the ball would have continued on the line of.
That's an interesting sentence you just said, though. That where we are in the game, like tackling's out of the game. I mean, officially it's not out of the game. It's still part of the game, but you get the feeling that someone's trying to drive it out of the game, trying to take it out of the game.
Well, it's the official. I don't think we see it in a lot of the.
One of the best parts of football is tackling.
Of course it is, and when you see some wonderful tackling,
how many times do we get excited over a headed goal, a good powerful headed goal, and a good tackle in midfield?
Fundamentals of the game.
But do you know what you think of the big games, your May Cups, the Qatar Cup? We don't talk so much about that. It is more about the game. We don't do we really? No. Not really. We don't seem to worry about big decisions like that. I don't think it's these ones here now. They've just got to get it right. But there is no knowledge of football with these officials. There is no feel for football. Yeah. It's like me picking a guitar up and trying to play it. You've got to have a little bit of an idea of what you're doing.
Don't do that.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
You've got to pass on a guitar.
Right, listen. I know what you're saying. Let's have a look at the second one.
Painting decorators we've got in there in charge.
Let's have a look at the second one.
This says everything.
This really frustrated me just as a neutral fan, And even the defender's actually slowed down and he's jogging. He's not even
Does he not clip? Does he not touch his?
Watch this angle. There you go. Never touches him.
No.
Now this here now, right? So we've had our little bit of a debate before it, and it gets onto this. And this does nothing at all. It does nothing for them at all. You have everything. You don't go to the VAR. Surely someone should say, hey, yeah, this is what it is. I'm telling you now. And that's it. There's no problem with that. That's it. But once again, they get it wrong. once again, it's like me picking a guitar up and telling Eric Clapton what to do. That's the end of the story. So Eric,
He had to go back to the story to get the punchline in.
Eric, you're doing that wrong. This is what you should do. No, you're not. Just get on with what
All right, there we go. Al Khor losing then to Al Ahly in that game. Great move for Al Ahly up the league. Let's move on to Salal. They looked a bit shaky the start of this season. They faced a real challenge in week 3 up against Al Arabi, who looked extremely strong. Commentary comes from Nick Summerby and Chris Macon.
Lets it go across him, and Gunnarsson comes forward. Scored that goal in the last match against Al Ahly from a. And here come Al Arabi, and it's Habawi on the other side of the pitch. Habawi takes the volley on. He has a first touch on his chest, then takes the volley on it. Don't know whether it hits the post or not, but wonderful diagonal ball. Mawas into the feet of Sadbo, wonderful delivery, great touch by Sadbo. On his turn, the defender, Sadbo trying to pull it back towards his teammates. Good save from Gomis. Here's Mawas now though. Mawas to the far post, headed away by Al Arabi. Vasquez with the volley from well outside the area, off target. Nagy to the near post, there we go! Smash and grab, Nicholas! Smash and grab!
Let's not forget, I mean, we know the quality of Al Arabi, but let's not forget Salal. And we said about Salal, what a goal. We talk about a smash and grab. Wonderful, wonderful delivery into the box, and it fell for this guy here, Sadbo. Look at this for a cross. Here's Nagy. There's the cross, and look at that for a finish. What a finish. It's 1-0 to Salal. It is a smash and grab.
Oh, what a ball, and what vision from Vasquez. Wonderful release pass to Mawas. Mawas now up against Musab. He's got him back into the box now. Back to Omar. Oh, and he doesn't take the shot on first time. Wonderful break from Salal then. Over the top now towards Lasogga. Lasogga! There's the first real opening for Al Arabi. And it's a ball over the top from Gunnarsson.
He's got to do better, to be honest with you, Chris. I don't think he realises how much time he's got. Very difficult skill when it's coming in from behind you.
Space opens up for Habawi though. Habawi right to Yusuf. Yusuf, wonderful delivery into the box, and there's Salah to grab his first of the season, and we're so pleased for Salah, but it's 1-1.
Feed it round the corner and you'll get your joy.
And the two wingers there combining for Al Arabi. Forget about your two centre forwards, it's the two wide men that link up that time. It's a cross from Yusuf, and the run from Salah, it deserves a goal because he's worked so hard to get across the Salal defenders, and he deserves that goal. Salal though, oh Mawas onto his left foot, but it wasn't the best ball back to Omar. Omar still at the bar line, chips it back towards Sadbo. Sadbo with a shot on, falls to Mawas. Mawas in the near post, it's the post. Just rebounds to Mawas, takes on first time. Gomis well beaten. Unlucky there, Salal. Vasquez with another cross. This time in towards Issa again. He gets across the defender, Issa. He's saying that Habawi's got hold of his shirt. Whips into the far post. Gunnarsson there! 2-1 Al Arabi. Another set piece. He's just in the middle of the box there. Gets the run on Omar. Loses Omar. There we go. Gets in front of him. And it's a wonderful downwards header. No chance for the goalkeeper. Fabulous header from Gunnarsson. And it puts Al Arabi 2-1 up just before the break as well. Habawi just trying to distract Raheli. There's the ball into the box, and Lasogga with a header on target. Habawi there trying to hook it into the goal. Another corner to Al Arabi. Just piling on the pressure now, Al Arabi. So many crosses coming into the box. Powerful play there from Lasogga. Flick on by Lasogga towards Habawi. Habawi! 3-1! Al Arabi! There's the club's top goal scorer now, moves on to 3 goals.
Really looking to try and get a victory, but look at the ball there. Lasogga with the flick, and there's Habawi there with his... not the best defending, but he's patient and he waits for the ball to come down, even under a little bit of pressure from Omar, just to guide it past the keeper. Wonderful. 3-1 to Al Arabi.
3 goals for Al Arabi, 3 crosses, 3 headers that have led towards a goal, Nick. They haven't stopped the source, have they? They haven't stopped the crosses, they haven't stopped the flick-ons, they haven't stopped the headers. We knew what they had to do before the game, but they haven't done it, Salal.
It's a big performance from Al Arabi. Here's a cross into the box, but he has a chance there for Mawes. Just pulls it wide. It's a glorious chance for him. Balls into the box. It's something new.
Salah has his time, he's run to perfection. The ball might hold up here. Oh, Al Sheikh's out of his box.
He's got to be out. Even
he's out of his box.
I'm telling you.
We've both said it.
No!
What?
Love to see that. Love to see it.
We don't have to. We know, don't we? Oh my word.
We're yet to see a team what they played against that hasn't struggled with them with the quality crosses going into the box. So you're going to get, I think you get joy. I mean, they're just breaking into the box here now. Here's Yusuf.
Oh, Lasogga to make it 4, and this is becoming a rout.
Keeper palms it out, and there's Lasogga there just to put it into the net. You know, there's players there. It's positive. It's being on the front foot. And they get the rewards. All of a sudden now this is turning into a bit of a nightmare for them, Salal.
Yusuf now out wide to Musab. Musab across the box. It's an own goal. And this evening has just got worse for Salal. Rahali turns into his own net. And it's 5-1 on the night now for Al Arabi.
You know, they work it down this right-hand side. There's the cross. He can't let it go because there's players behind him. So he has to make a touch. You know, and it's all about the quality of the cross there, but it's turning to be a bit of a nightmare now, this game now with Salal. 5-1 to Al Arabi.
To Lawrence. All back now for Al Arabi, all the white shirts. Back in their own box now. Trying to keep Salal away from goal, but here comes Mawes, that'll be a penalty. No foul given. Morteza saying it's a dive, he wants a yellow card shown to Mawes. Here we go. Just leaves his training leg in there, Mawes. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a dive. It's a dive all day long, trying to keep his leg on the ground so Morteza catches it.
Al Arabi, they look strong. Some people fancied them for the league title right from the beginning.
Al Salih, you said.
I didn't.
Al Salih, you said.
the
first preview show you said Al Salih could finish second.
I think, listen, Al Arabi, well, go on, Nick, you take it away.
Well, it just brings something new and it's exciting, and the feel-good factor is at that football club. You have to say great credit to the manager, great credit to the players he's brought in, and the
president is sitting amongst the fans.
It's got they're a joy to watch because they bring this style. And me and Chris laugh because we played in this type of style. And it's come back round now. They've found a little bit of a niche in football, and they don't like it.
It's not boring.
It's not at all. But let me just
scored 5 goals.
but they bombard. What they do is they sit back and they throw people into the box. You know, it's fantastic. I'm delighted for Yusuf as well. He's a good player he is, by the way. He deserves to get right into the international team and start playing, by the way. Put a bit of pressure on Afif, which you might think's crazy. Guy's doing really well.
OK, let's have a look at, first of all, how they went behind. Chris, do you want to take this one away?
Sagbo's goal?
Yes.
Yeah, fabulous goal, yeah. It's all about the delivery, really. And this is his first touch, this is his hold-up play against Morteza, and he makes it look so easy there. He's the best of that in the league, where he's holding on, he's feeling the defender and able to turn him. This is a wonderful delivery from Naji into the right area, and you think Morteza must think, I've got Sagbo where I want him. He's about 5 yards, well, not 5 yards, 3 or 4 yards past the near post. He can't get it from there, but that's a wonderful goal.
But of course, that did nothing then to put them off Al Arabi, and they just returned and with power.
Just got this
with
belief.
gusto.
They've got this belief, and you've got to say Gunnarsson in midfield is not just him, there's everybody, but he's one of the driving force with it. And they are a threat, and they play at this high intensity, which we talk about all the time, which first of all you've got to deal with that. They'll keep coming at you. You know, this is the way they're going to play, and they found a way, and it's I like it.
So what you singled out was the good movement, Nick.
Well, this is from the crosses, so it's not just a case of lobbing it in. Look at them, they move in, they're trying to find space, and this will tell you because a goal comes eventually from it. They throw it in there, look, and all of a sudden, look, you've got to put your head in there, Reali. You know, that's what you do, you're a defender, might hurt you a little bit, you know, but they get it in there. And look at all the players, look, competing for the ball. There's no fouling going on there, they're just trying to get in there. Look, all big guys there, look at them all, it's great to see, but they keep this coming. They keep the, once again, just watch it here now, and it's all the movement. Round the back there, look, keep your eye on him. Goodson, he's looking for his space. The movement comes alive. Then all of a sudden, look, goes in there. Goodson doesn't get it. The two centre forwards there, up there. Habawi, it just bounced off the crossbar, and it's coming, and it's a problem that they don't want balls to come into the box. So again, it goes on to the next one. Keep your eye on the movement. Gunnarsson as well. There you go, it frees up, and that's eventually, it keeps on coming. They keep putting it in there, and it's a difficult thing to do, but I'm a big believer now. I think the defenders have lost their way a little bit. I'm just going to go on to this here now. This is straight after he scored his goal. This shows you about the team spirit. Watch. There you go, right in there again, and he sets his team off again. Brilliant. But they keep doing it, and it's something fresh. I just think with everybody concerned about playing football out from the back, they've forgotten to defend.
Who did he play next?
Shahani, and then it's Al Sadd after that. Can't wait to see him against Al Sadd. I mean, I'll say about you look in the Premier League as well now. Manchester City getting beat by Norwich. What did they get beat on at the start? A cross into the near post. I just think people have lost their way about being defenders first and foremost.
Interesting indeed. How do you play against that? How do you counteract that sort of football?
You've got to be brave. You've got to keep your concentration as a defender. You've got got to, like Nick said, you don't really play against his style that often. So you've got to get it in your head. You've got to accept the challenge. You've got to be happy that you're going into Friday's game, knowing that you've got to head the ball. You've got to defend well.
But that's a mindset.
Correct, it is a mindset.
Some of these players may not have been in that situation.
That's why I asked who they play next, because if you're an Al Shahani defender this year, just be happy, accept the challenge, knowing that you're going to go into there. It's going to be a battle for 90 minutes, and be happy about it, accept it, and get on with it. Otherwise, if you're not looking forward to it, it's going to be a long 90 minutes. Because I was just going to say to Nick, how many crosses do you think they put into the opposition box in a game? I'll say 20 to 30, 40.
Absolutely.
You know, you're getting up there with the numbers.
We used to play against a team in the Premier League, me and Chris Wimbledon, and you used to go down to Selhurst Park or wherever they were.
You hated
and
it.
you knew
Hated it.
exactly the same feeling, and there was hardly any crowd there, and you used to think, and you've got to puff your chest up, and you've got to be a defender. You might get hurt a little bit, but do they want to do that now? That's why it's.
And if you came away from Sellers Park with a draw, was it a good night?
Well, you're going to get clattered either way.
He said, did he want to do it now? We didn't want to do it then.
It was awful. When the ball gets put, so what it is sometimes.
Stop it, getting shivers down there.
Yeah, but sometimes, I mean, more Chris now, but sometimes the ball's coming in and you know you're going to get clattered. You've got to put your head in there.
You just see one of these coming into your peripheral vision there.
You're not going to sleep. You're not going to sleep tonight, are you? You're going to have nightmares about Wimbledon.
Next game, please, Rod.
Now, let me just tell you that is with everybody.
Yeah.
That's if you do it with Barcelona, with whoever. They're just not used to that. They don't like it. Nobody likes to do that.
All right, Al Shahania, they've been unable to match the form that saw them finish halfway up the table last season. Al Wakrah, their opponents in week 3, on the other hand, have looked like they have plenty of belief. Lively first half saw several good opportunities as both sides pushed for an early breakthrough. First strike came in the 63rd minute, thanks to neat exchange of passes that split the home defence. Oman Ali and Christian Cabals combined down the left before the latter pulled one back to the oncoming Ben Yedder. In the 80th minute, Ben Yedder dispossessed Saad Hussein near the halfway line before surging into the box, turning Mustafa Jalal inside out and then rounding Dariush to make it 2-0. Wow! What a start for Al Wakrah. We'll get to Al Shahania in a bit, but for Al Wakrah and Ben Yedder, who's another one of the new players coming into the league, has been fantastic.
And Ceballos, his strike partner, seems to be setting him up for all these goals. A lot of thanks must go to him, but it's been great recruitment by Al Wakrah, promoted in the summer, so you don't know what you're going to get off these sides. Mind you, Al Shahania had this sort of start last season, Al Wakra really, they've been very impressive. Even though they got beat 4-1 in the opening game, they were so impressive. They went down to 10 men against Al Sadd, remember?
Against Al Sadd, 10 men after quarter of an hour.
You know, for the first
the
half,
65th minute.
Yeah,
Right?
first half they were very impressive, and you could just see in that game that they were going to be quite a force to be reckoned with this season.
All right. And good goals too?
Absolutely, yeah. Just carrying on for what Chris said there, I think they've got a very good manager. You know, this boy as well, it always helps when you have a set. I mean, we'll talk about another couple of teams later in the show haven't got a centre forward. Big difference when you've got a centre forward. They've got one, Wakra. This guy started off scoring goals and you expect him to do it all the way through the season. But there's, once again, I spoke about Al Khor, there's a real good feeling with this team as well. Shahanir, there's huge problems there, big problem.
It is incredible, isn't it? I mean, it's completely different to last season. I know last season, but they haven't really changed much. And I don't think, and they haven't changed much, but it's not.
Well, they did. Lucho's gone.
Lucho's
Faridun in and De Jong, but how many teams in this league need a centre forward? A goal scorer.
Well, you know, you're talking down that end, and the other day we'll get to that in a minute. But you're talking about the top teams too.
Yeah, even the top
teams. Al
teams.
Rayyan, you know, needs centre forwards. That's something we'll get on to. Al Wakra going like this, they could have a very
steady, Rodri.
No.
You're not going to
second.
Come on, Rodri, slow yourself down a little bit.
No, but you know, if they could finish like Shahanir finished in 7th place last season, 6th, 7th, get up to that, why not?
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
and they look a better team than Shahanir did last year, even though Shahanir did well.
All right, let's move on then to Qatar Sports Club. They were still looking for their first points of the season, and they were up against Al Gharafa, who were looking very well organised and strong under Slaviša Jokanovic, the new head coach. Once again, Nick and Chris describe the action.
Jamal there, ex-Salau player. He seems to have been around for a bit. Not played so much football.
Hani over the top towards Aladdin. Oh, and it just bounces towards the goalkeeper who doesn't really collect the ball. The ball is back with Hani, just about cleared by Qatar Sports Club. Oh, what a ball and what a delivery from Hani. It's Moreno coming in at the far post. Wasn't far off that header then. Rashidov playing a 1-2 again, and he's set feet down that left-hand side. Get black shirts in the box. It's cleared by Moreno for a corner, and it just opened up for Rashidov, but he just needed someone to pick out. It's offside against Rashidov anyhow, but Moreno over the top. What a delivery to Hani. And he's been so impressive at the start of this season, and for once his first touch lets him down.
I mean, you have a thing there, you look at the centre half there, he puts his foot on the ball. You said the guy Maguire, who's just signed for Manchester United, does that an awful lot. But here's a chance here now for Qatar as I'm speaking.
Kabananga on the far side. I tell you what, if he's... Well, after the start from Al Gharafa, that's a better ball from Aladdin. Wonderful delivery out to Aljani. Aljani back to Hani. Hani! Oh, what a block that is from the defence of Qatar Sports Club. I think it was Yusuf. Fabulous defensive play, getting his body in the way of that shot, and it just opened up there for Al Gharafa. Qatar Sports Club trying to stretch him the other way now. Rashidov's kept the ball in. Can he deliver? Too much with a cross. Yeah, sloppy performance so far from Al Gharafa. Been a wonderful start to the season. 4 points so far. 3-0 win over Shahanir. There's Kabananga. Kabananga gets it forward now for Qatar Sports Club. Rashidov takes a touch, not the best of touches. Oh, Kassim spills it. Nearly falls to the feet of Kabananga. Rashidov on the far side now. Oh, Kassim coming out of his goal. Rashidov beats him to the ball. Oh, Rashidov slides it. Oh, they've done it. Where's that come from? Rashidov. 1-0 Qatar Sports Club.
What is Kassim doing there?
Just that little clip of play there. Real big mistake from Kassim. Rashidov gets his first of the season for Qatar Sports Club, and they go 1-0 up in this game. Yari has one last chance to beat the fullback. That's better. Goes to the bar line, tries to clip it back. Here we go. Oh, it's just off target from Aljani. He did well there. His movement was good. He got right across to the near post areas on the top of his screen. Makes ground, gets into the box there. The ball just seems to dip underneath him. Great delivery from Aljari. The ball's just in behind Aljani then.
So much space in midfield for the both sides.
Better delivery, Aljani couldn't keep his header down, the young player. Didn't really trouble Jassim in goal then. Better from Al Gharafa though.
Kabananga then just trying to get in behind, but this is interesting in now. Here's Hani one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Gets to the side of the goalkeeper. What, he takes an extra touch then, and there all of a sudden is Jassim there. What a glorious opportunity, the best opportunity of the game, and Gharafa didn't take it.
Made the most of. Apart from that, they haven't really created anything. There's Hani, he's in the onside position. Aladdin making his way into the box. It's false to Aladdin. Aladdin, here we go, 2-1 Aljani. Hints of offside against Hani, he's not given, and Al Gharafa take the lead in this match for the first time. Aljari, the goal scorer this time.
This is good work. Comes to Hani, looks up. There goes the cross.
I love this.
There's Aladdin, a wonderful pass from Aladdin, and there's Aljari there just to side foot it with his left foot to make it 2-1.
Here we go. Hani with plenty of space now on that left-hand side. Goes to the near post. Aladdin! Oh, he sees his effort just creep past the far post. Unlucky that from Aladdin. He's showing plenty of good movement at the start of this season, isn't he?
Yeah, this is better. It's back with Kabananga now, but here's Rashidov. This is dangerous. Here we go.
Oh, Rashidov, you fancied him then, Nick? Really? What a chance for Rashidov. Far post.
Yeah, but he just put it straight at Kassim. It was very easy for Kassim, but all of a sudden the game's opening up now. Here's Mufta down the left-hand side for Qatar Sport, for Gharafa.
Oh, what a goal! What a goal! You wondered for a second where Aljari was heading to. He was going away for a goal, but he just swivels and smashes it or feeds it to the far post. Wonderful goal for Aljari. That's 2 on the night for him. More importantly, it's a 2-goal lead over Qatar Sports Club now. 3-1 up Al Gharafa. Just after Rashidov had that excellent chance for Qatar Sports Club. Here he is again. Rashidov hits the post this time. He's had 2 chances now in a matter of minutes. Now, switch of play from Qatar Sports Club. Here's Rashidov. Oh, makes that look easy. Rashidov to the far post. Oh, Kassim couldn't hold on to that shot again. In the first half, no one there to pounce on it. Yeah, chance on for Rashidov on the far side. If Ali gets his head up, he doesn't see the run of Rashidov. Goes on his own, makes it all the way to the edge of the box.
Nick, the misery continues for Qatar Sports Club, for Al Gharafa. Fantastic win in the end, but miserable first half. Both sides didn't look really sure of much.
Yes, I thought it was the old Gharafa of old, but eventually they got it right second half. Not what you expected really going into it. You thought Gharafa would be like an Al Arabi, really pushing forward. Qatar, you can understand where they are in the league, I have to be brutally honest with that. They look a little bit all over the place. The manager was very... all the time, look, really getting into the game. I don't know if he wasn't very happy with what the players were doing, but they didn't look organised at all.
Because in the press conference going into week 3, he said that he'd been happy with the performances, but he wasn't happy with obviously the results. But he was edgy from the first whistle.
Well, it was just nothing was coming. You couldn't see. Obviously, I mean, Rashidov, I think he was having a go at a few of the players. He's out. They're just all over the place. Need to get organised and play as a unit. That's why you can understand they're down at the bottom there with Shahane, and rightly so. The rest of them, they are, at this particular time now, the 2 worst teams in the league. And I don't mean to be disrespectful. Hopefully that changes for them.
Is the balance right at Al Gharafa, Chris?
Oh, he's getting there. couple of games so far where they've not really turned up in the first half, but played well in the second half, and the consistency has to be better. But they're getting through the games. So somehow it is always a good sign of a football team when they're still managing to win a football match. And they're scoring goals as well, and Aladdin shows some fantastic form. I hope he keeps that spot now.
But we do have to say the camera does keep going to the stand, and you've got Amado there and you've got Vice there. Whether they're not involved or whatever, surely somebody...
What are they doing now? They're doing some gardening or something, are they? I
They've got to be, but you think about
some football,
you think about some of the clubs there, especially Vice. You know what you get with Vice. Yeah. You know, he gives you energy. Surely somebody must think, I tell you what, we'll have him if he's sat in the stand.
Well, surely he wants to go.
Yeah. A footballer wants to play football. He doesn't want to sit there doing nothing. Right, first of all, let's look how Qatar Sports Club took the lead. A huge mistake, this. Chris, all yours.
Thank you. There's not much to say, is there, really? He doesn't have to do a lot there, Rashidov, does he? Where's the goalkeeper going, Kassim? He's going out wide. Defenders are coming back in.
And he takes a wild swipe and misses.
Why do goalkeepers like to go in that area?
Yeah,
they come out wide of the goal where there's no danger there, is there?
Well, but if you're going to do it, surely you just take a hoof and stick it into Rosette, don't you?
Give away the free kick.
Or bring him down. There's no challenge at all. The guy's nearly 7 foot. He's huge and he's not done anything at all.
But at least make the foul.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a history of that there. The manager's got to look at it because that might come up again as the season goes on. Be surprised if he plays.
Yeah, especially if they continue to do as they're doing and they start pushing for, let's say, a top 4.
Yeah.
Why better? Why not?
Well, the top at the moment.
Okay, quickly, is this the best you've seen Al Gharafa start the season?
Start of the season?
Is this the best football you've seen? Forget the first half, second half. Is this the best?
Results-wise, yes.
See, results, but not the performance yet. Right, okay.
I'm not going to say anything yet because it's that Gharafa. We've got to wait.
We haven't got the whole package.
I think you termed the illness as Gharafa-itis.
Right, let's just see. We're only a couple of games at the moment. Let's just see. Things are looking good.
All right, Al Yari, great performance from him. You've both been fans of him for many seasons. Few managers have not played him as much as Gorkov. Christian Gorkov wasn't really playing him, wasn't really getting the best out of him.
I think he played well under Kashinya.
Yeah.
Yes,
he had a good spell then.
He's what people want to see. He excites you. This is well done by Aladdin, like this, and he's scoring goals. But he's always trying to be positive, and you want that out of a player. Down on this left-hand side here now. Just watch this for a bit of skill. Does it get any better than this? Very difficult when you're going away from goal, and manages to guide it into the corner. And I've always been a fan of his. He's positive, and that's what you want. In games that happen, sometimes it's not happening. He's trying to get on the outside and trying to get crosses in, and that's all you ask. And he looks like he's enjoying his football. There was a picture at the end where he scored that goal and his celebration and what it meant to him. I thought that'll do for me. Brilliant.
Okay, the pick of the weekend matches was certainly Al Duhail versus Al Rayyan. Neither team as invincible as they have been in seasons past, but both capable of playing top-class football and challenging for the league. Once again, Nick and Chris have the commentary.
Mohamed and Moa's in the box. He likes this one. Edmilson coming inside and usually crosses it with his right foot, with the outside of his right foot, but he took the shot on with his left foot that time, keeping him away from goal.
This is what they do well now, Rayyan. Good defending. Once again, look at the numbers. They make it difficult. Edmilson can't even get a cross in. He managed to get on the outside now. Here's the ball eventually. Manages to come to the goalkeeper, but they look solid at the back, Rayyan. You've got to say that, but well done by Mohamed. Good work down this right-hand side.
Tabata with a rare touch, feeding Hazard on the far side.
Let's see what they can do about going forward, what they can create, doing everything right so far in defence. Foul's been given against him on the left-hand side. Badibu brings him down at the moment, brings Brahimi down.
There we go. Well, what a ball, what a ball. It just needed a touch, needed someone getting across into Moez. Wide to Afif, takes his shots on first time, good strike from Afif. First shots on goal really for Al Duhail. Here we go. Oh, it's just over the bar there from Hazard. Now Edmilson, now he's got Allen backed up. Edmilson coming inside on his right foot, goes to the far post, touched away by Younis, just out of the reach of Mohamed then. Oh, it's just over by Moes.
Mohamed cutting inside now. He's just lifting his head up once again, surrounded by grey shirts. Now let's have a look at Milson. Can we deliver? Is he going to cut inside? Please put a cross in. He's going to go and Weldon tries to get on this time, tries to get on the outside with his left foot.
Five with another strike on target. That's 2 from him now. Aziz to the far post, not a bad delivery at all, and Hazard was coming in then, he just couldn't get anywhere near it. Hisham steps up, goes to the near post, just past. Tight in midfield, eventually Al-Rayyan give the ball away, and it might open up here at the end of the first hour. All the referee blows. Edmilson through one-on-one there with a great ball forward there by Moes. Edmilson onside. He was one-on-one with the keeper, but incredibly the referee blows and denies us our first real golden opportunity of the match. Probably sums up the first half, that. Ricardo takes it on his own, goes down the line, trying to clip through to Com. It's picked up by Tabata. There goes Abdulaziz. Abdulaziz with the header, just off target. Good burst from midfield there from the Qatari international. Tabata of all people gives it away. Edmilson sliding in. Mohamed through and goal. Can he get his shot off? Mohamed cuts it back on his right foot, and the chance goes for him.
But there's one thing what they did, they just created. You didn't have to do anything. You just had to. The amount of goals what Al Arabi scored just in the 6-yard box. Simple as that.
That's better. Brahimi playing the 1-2. Brahimi now. Can he go to the far post? Goes to the cross. Better play now. Boudieff in space. Out wide to Edmilson. He's got time. This one up to the far post. No one there for De Gea.
You know, and it was great to see him back on the pitch.
Yeah, Moes does go down the middle now. Here's Edmilson. Ball goes towards Moes. Oh, it nearly fell through to Ismail. Zuma was in the way, puts it out for the corner.
Just pulls it back. Here we go. Lewis Junior spraying out to the right hand side.
Oh,
Quick
love it,
pass
love
from
it.
Ismail.
Oh, Moes, you've got to go across goal. Oh, Yassir with a free header, and it's a set piece that's opened the scoring in this game. It was always looking likely that it would happen like this, and Yassir at the far post for Al De Gea squeezes a head into the far side of the netting, and it's 1-0 De Gea.
Firstly, well done to Ismail for getting the foul. It's a great place for a free kick. Wonderful delivery into the box, and he's there. Is it a free header? It is a free header. He's there just to guide it into the net. Very, very tight, cagey affair it's been, but all of a sudden it's 1-0 to De Gea, and you can just see from the view there it is there, Yassir with the goal.
They'll be so disappointed with that, Al-Rayyan, because one thing they have done is defend really well. Just faded it in then, didn't he? Here we go, might open up for Moes. Can he get his shots off with his left foot? Good shot, good save. Abdulaziz. Oh, good save from Com that time again. Com turns, can he get his shot off? Com to the far post. What a goal by Com! 1-1. What a goal, what a strike!
Fantastic turn with Edmilson, opens his body up, and what a strike that is to get them back into the game. 1-1.
How's he at this then, Nick? It's like a bit of a... What's he doing there? Is he outside of his...
I think he has outside of his right foot there, but he's caught it absolutely inch perfect.
Oh, look at
that.
Oh,
look at
beautiful.
That.
Beautiful. What a strike by Com.
Couldn't separate them on the night. Both teams missing a centre forward, according to Nick and Chris. That would make all the difference, would it, Nick?
Standing out it's straight away, especially Ryan. Tabata's playing there, 38. You know, where's the recruitment there? straight away I'm thinking of names there. Now, I'll go and get Sagbo. I know he's at another club. Probably he needs a new challenge. There are players there you can do business with. And the same with De Gea as well. You've got to say with Mohamed, he doesn't look like scoring a goals. I'm not being sorry with him. But even then, you think, well, stick Montari on there. Surely Montari is a threat. He's a big guy. But it was a game without two centre forwards. So it says what it is, really. It's very difficult. It's hard to create anything, to build up anything. And that's really what it was. You're playing next week, Rodders, up front for Ryan.
It could be interesting.
Just knock it in and hold it up.
Just hold it up.
No
that I can do all day long.
No square passes.
No square passes along the back four, as I learned in five-a-side with these gentlemen. Mohamed, let's talk about him.
Yeah, let's. I feel for him. We've always said on this show we love centre forwards or strikers that go to a new club and start scoring straight away. And it's just not happened for him. And just to really put the icing on the cake, he looked distraught at the end when he went off with that injury. I don't know whether he's pulled his calf or what it was, but he was sobbing on the pitch and on the bench, and I just really feel for him because it's just not happened for him. And you compare it to the signing of El Arabi. Do you remember that press conference we did at the start of the season? They said we've got a centre forward, and I remember Balmadi saying we've got a forward in. This is the one.
Not only have we got a forward, they'd gone all out from Granada.
They'd lost the title to Al Rayyan, and they had that feeling. They said we've got this centre forward. This is the one who's going to get us the goals. And it happened for El Arabi straight away. It's not happened for Mohamed.
No. Okay, Ryan, free kicks, Nick.
Well, listen, anything, if you look at anything, you know you're going to get the service from Tabata. You know the area it's going to go in. And this sums up their performance. Look, it's right on the penny. All you've got to do is just make your run across in it. But I'll tell you something, Al Arabi will get there. Because you look straight.
You know it's going. You know.
Just go
there.
Listen, you haven't got a centre forward. So if we have any chance of scoring, let's just make a run. An extra couple of yards to get into the box there, and there's just not that urgency at all there. It's both sides there. It's a little bit worrying times for them.
Al Rayyan, they got a tremendous goal back. This was something else. I'm still trying to work out what he did. Was it a toe poke?
I think it's half a toe bung and half with the outside of his right foot. Whatever, it doesn't matter, does it?
Just away from the goal, what else does he bring in, Chris?
Muscle.
Yeah. He's tough, he's solid.
I love him. I think everything's right about Al Rayyan, apart from the attacking department.
Yeah.
Because they're defending quite well, apart from they give a free header away for the free kick. But apart from that, they look quite aggressive with the defending. In midfield, the strong Combs leading the way in there alongside Abdulaziz. So that balance is quite good. It's just the attacking department. It's just. I'm not saying it's non-existent, but...
Well, it is, Chris. They haven't got anyone to thread balls into, to hold the ball. Everything. We just play without a centre forward, pretty much impossible. But this guy here has a big reputation, this Com.
Yeah.
Was it Esperanza Tunis? Everyone goes crazy. And he is a big unit, by the way.
Big Frank.
Our editor today, Madi Samoud, we'll mention him. He's a big Esperance fan, and he went crazy in the edit suite this morning, didn't he, about Com?
What's his name? What did he call him? Esperance fans, Big Frank.
Big Frankie?
Yeah, but he's a big...
That's what he's getting called in commentary from now on. You're not getting called Com, it's Big Frank.
But if you look at him, you look at his legs and the physique of him, I mean, Madiba...
Oh, he's up against Madiba.
But Madiba, he was getting stuck in the pair of them, and he's good to have in there, but he's an animal, by the way.
OK, refereeing issue here coming up. A referee and timing on the watch and crucial. Look at this. Half time, it's a ball played through. Can we see it again?
We haven't seen one of those for a while, have we?
No, but look at it. So it's the perfect ball through here, and Nielsen's free, 45.54. So he's 5 seconds short. It's a minute added on. It takes 1 second to score a goal. And we see games go on way past the time added on, and that's actually before it.
Yeah, but this is going back to a feel for football. You use a bit of brains. People come to watch. Nothing happened in the first half. It opened up then, and you're a couple of seconds away. What on earth makes you want to blow the whistle? That is no feel at all, and they're rightly so there. The De Gea players saying, "What are you doing?" Well, why would you think that there? Once again, it's as if these referees are coming in, officials saying, "How come we ruin a game of football?" Don't do any more than what they're doing there. That's just let it go on. You're wrong what you've done there. You're 4 seconds before the whistle's gone, and he's thought in his mind, I'll tell you what, perfect now, I'll blow it right now just to ruin everyone. No, come on, let it go.
And Milson's clear.
Yeah, we're having
I'd give him an 80% chance of scoring.
We're having goals disallowed. You know, give us, that's what people have come to see. Entertainment business, innit?
Yeah, apparently.
For the wrong reasons.
Okay, question which we'll mark down. Al Duhail, Al Rayyan, will either of these teams be challenging for the league title, Chris?
League title?
Yeah.
No, you know what I thought your question was going to be? Will they finish in the top 4? I'm telling you.
Yeah. See this? Do you think it's doubtful at the moment?
I think they're both in a battle for the top 4.
I agree, totally agree.
Nowhere near outside, are they?
There's not. Listen, we all feel the same way with Duhail. And I don't blame any of the players, I don't blame any of the managers, but whoever's in charge of that football club has made a humongous
You've let
wicket.
Nancy go.
Nancy and El Arabi.
El Arabi's gone, who guarantees you 25 goals per season.
Maybe more. Yeah.
All right, Masatni's come back in, but
And the coach, Belmadi.
Okay.
And what did Belmadi want? He just wanted a couple of players in. That's all he wanted. Now you've spent fortunes bringing a whole new squad. It's all to blame whoever's in charge of Duhail.
All right, let's show you the results then from week 3. So Al Khor went down 3-2 to Al Ahly in the end. Controversial that one. Al Arabi's way too good for Salal. Despite going 1 down, Al Arabi slotted 5 past them then. That was on Friday. On Saturday, Al Shahania found it tough again against Al Wakra, who were going extremely well. Who've come back into the QMB Stars League and really enjoying it. Qatar Sports Club still to get off the mark. Al Gharafa too good in the second half. A miserable first half, mind. And then, as you just saw there on Sunday, Al Duhail played out a 1-1 draw with Al Rayyan. What does that mean for the league standings? Here they are for you. It's Al Arabi on top of the table with Al Gharafa joint top. Goal difference puts Al Arabi ahead though. Al Sadd in 3rd, they got that game in hand. Al Ahly in 4th. That's the top 4. Al Wakra, Al Duhail down in 6th. Going back to what Nick and Chris said, they think they'll be fighting for that top 4th, as with Al Rayyan, who have stayed in 8th. Al Khor above them. Al Salia in 9th, game in hand, of course. Salal down there, just the 1 point. But Qatar Sports Club and Al Shahania, desperate times for them already going into week 4 without any points. Time now for the top 3 goals of the week, as chosen by Nick Summerby and Chris Makin. Who is going first?
Christopher,
who takes the number 3, the 3rd best goal from the week, as decided by you two?
Ricky Villa from 1981.
No, do you remember that, Ricky Villa?
Yeah, too.
Yeah.
It's just, look at the hips swaying. It's just like Ricky Villa. 1981 FA Cup final, Tottenham versus City.
A whole generation don't know what you're going on about, but they should put it into Google or YouTube videos tonight.
I've told you the date, 1981. Put it in YouTube.
Put it in, Ricky Villa.
And he starts it off by winning the ball in midfield. Here we go. This is what we call twisted blood for Jalal.
Ricky Villa, of course, a World Cup winner back in 1978 with Argentina. He and Ozzy Aldiles came over to Tottenham. Yeah. They were the first big imports, really, into the English league. OK, number 2. Nick, who gets number 2?
Tom. Got to be Com.
It's Big
Iron Man.
It's Big Frank.
Sorry, Big Frank. Now, this is what Big Frank does best. Look at that, just turns there. And what a strike that was. Toe bung, whatever you want to be then. Doesn't get any better than that. From a player, what is... a beast, by the way. Looking forward to seeing more of him.
Tremendous goal. Bang. Wow. But it wasn't good to get number 1. Oh, fantastic goals this weekend. Chris, who got it?
Amada.
Some goal.
What
Amada,
a goal. Look at this. How far was he out? Was it 32 metres?
32 metres. 35 plus yards.
Just like Ronnie Radford.
Look at that.
Get on YouTube and watch that one.
Yeah, Ronnie Radford. Hereford versus Newcastle. 1974.
You might be stretching the capacity of YouTube. Now you're going back.
Yeah, but there's all dogs and everything on the pitch. I mean, for some reason, someone thought, you must have thought, oh, I'm going to hit it from here. Probably.
All right, we got to go. We're going to get shut down here. Right. Thank you very much for your company. That's it. Week 3 wrapped up. Look forward to your company as we look forward to week 4, and that'll be on Wednesday. Not long to wait. See you then. From all of us here. Bye for now.